we're back. I'm Natasha.
Fitz.
And we are Captain
TV. Well, hey guys! It's been such a long time.
It has been a minute.
It's been such a long time. I'm so excited to be back. It may be a little bit rewind in my system, but
for sure.
We're gonna talk about the shit. So, it's been so much that happened. So much has been going on.
In the pop culture, media, whatever.
I mean, I think we both literally have been wanting to come back, but you know, we work, so our schedules have to
collide at this time.
Coincide. So we can come to you guys. But anyway, let's get to the damn topics. First, Mr. R. Kelly, the Pied Piper of R&B.
The guy that's who asked again.
And that's so disgusting. Did you know that Pied Piper, what that is actually about?
No.
So from what I understand, I've been kind of like doing a little research, and people always on other YouTube channels they kind of explained it as well. I guess the Pied Piper was a guy that used to lead kids away from their parents.
Oh my gosh.
So we've been grooving to Step in the Name of Love, and he's talking about on the Pied Piper R&B, and we pretty much been thrown that. Sick shit. So if y'all haven't heard, if y'all been living in the Rock, because everybody's been talking about this shit, him and Usher, which we will get to that guy in a minute. Supposedly R. Kelly has this cult where he keeps not little girls because they're actually of age. Supposedly they're all 18, but the main one that came, or the parents that came out about the whole, that actually kind of bust the story wide open. I guess she was 17 when he met her, but now she's of age, of course. And he's pretty much keeping those girls at rented homes. I think it's one in Chicago and one in Georgia or Atlanta. And he rents these homes, and they pretty much can't eat without his permission, can't take showers without his permission, can't sleep without his permission, can't do just basic human things without Mr. R. Kelly's permission.
How sure are these accusations though?
His publicist did come out and kind of defend it a little bit, and I think his lawyer as well. But we'll get to that. I'll finish telling the whole situation. So supposedly this girl's family has came out and done a press conference regarding it, saying that this was been going on. They missed their daughter and all this shit. And the daughter did come out and did an interview with TMZ and said that she was fine. Now, when she was doing the interview, it did seem a little fishy because we did see a shadow of a person when they asked where you were at or where are you? Are you what they asked her, like, are you stuck there? Can you get away? She was like, yeah. They're like, where are you? Are you still in Georgia? And she was like, and the person behind her, you kind of see a shadow, like it was like you couldn't really, but it was a lot of movement going on. And she was like, I don't want to talk about that. I want to answer that. So it does to me seem like something's going on there, some type of brainwashing, something's going on. Now, like you said, I wanted to go ahead and go in further on the whole situation because something new has developed recently. So supposedly, I guess her parents have gotten cars, allegedly, from R. Kelly. I mean, the story begins with, it started from the jump, is that he usually hones in on women that have dreams of becoming a celebrity or becoming a singer, or a musical talent, have a dream of becoming a musician or a singer or whatever, performer. So he usually, tells them, him being R. Kelly, they would think that, okay, you can help me, you can put me on. He's R. Kelly.
Oh, no. I thought they wanted to be models.
No. Maybe it was something. The one I've heard, she wanted to be a singer.
Because I recall my shows, like, if they want to be models, like, why would they trust R. Kelly? You don't hear R. Kelly's name in the fashion industry.
Possibly, maybe that was someone too, because it's another girl that did come out. It was one that the parents, and there's another one that was at the press conference saying that she actually witnessed this. So suppose anyway, he can help them in our entertainment. Let's just say it like that, because entertainment is raw. And then he, reels them in. Now, a news story came out that supposedly, I guess the dad knew that his daughter wanted to become an entertainer, and R. Kelly's buying her parents Range Rovers and shit, and they were taking that. So pretty much they kind of like sold off their daughter, but now it's too far to where they can't have contact with her. So now they're having an issue with that. To me, if that is what happened, shame on them, because we've heard stuff about R. Kelly. I mean, we all seen the tape before. I was young as hell when that tape came out. I remember sneaking in after school with some of my partners and watching it. So we know his history. I mean, come on, we know Aaliyah, like Asian number.
Yeah.
That I mean, they have a proof that he married her at 15. Like, come on, let's he's not. It's not like you have any idea of what kind of man he was. So the fact that you sold your daughter off, if this is the case, shame on you. She's now of age. If she wants to be brainwashed or stuck in a cult or something like that, that's on her. I clearly R. Kelly probably has found a way to kind of find a loophole ever since that girl was young, and he kind of got in trouble about that. Now he's making sure that women are of age. At least they're 17 or 18, whatever the consent
18.
age is there.
Or
in that state.
Depending on state, yeah.
Yeah. So, it's just crazy as fuck. It's crazy as fuck, and R. Kelly, you're gross, very gross, very, 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 very gross. So let's go ahead and move on to the next. I mean, it's just our brothers just fucking up. Like yes, we're gonna talk about Mr. Let It Burn himself.
What is this? Like, Let It Burn? Like, is this the herpes situation?
Yes.
He's literally
he's literally going. And I feel bad because at the end of the day, I feel like nobody's medical record should ever be leaked out. That's completely wrong. I'm completely against that because it's not fair. It's not right. Although he is a celebrity, his medical record should stay private. Some things should stay private. And that's one of the things that should stay private. But since it's out there, let's go ahead and talk about it. So, according to the court documents, he fucked up on the girl. The girl was allegedly in Tamika's bridal shower. You remember when the whole divorce thing went down, and it pretty much came out that he was sleeping with one of her bridesmaids. So then the court documents, it talks about how Usher had green, some type of fluid coming from his penis, and later told the girl to clear it up. Now, I don't know. You ladies understand. I mean, you tell me you're a woman. If a man put out his penis and he had some green fluid coming from it, would you ever let him ever again come close to you?
I want to throw up.
That's my thing. Okay, woman, now come on now. I don't give a fuck what the fuck. Green ain't supposed to come out your dick. I'm sorry. I have a dick.
Sick.
That is some whole other shit. I don't know nothing about that. I
haven't heard the story like that.
Yeah, so according to the court documents, he had green type fluid coming from his penis. Now, he told the girl that it was cleared up. Now, fast forward to, I guess, weeks. Mind you, this happened in 2009. The case was settled in 2011. Before I fast forward to some weeks, she woke up with blisters in her vagina and pussing, and, she was itching. She had issues down there. She went to the doctor and found she had herpes. Now, guys, please, I want to say this. Time out. Because a lot of people, I understand a lot of people are under influence. Condoms take care of everything. Herpes can get through condoms. If a person has an outbreak and you fuck them with a condom on, you're going to get it. It's more than likely you will get it. Condoms do not stop herpes. Now, the person doesn't have an outbreak and you fuck them, you have a condom on. It's a possibility that you may not get it, but it ain't. That's why condoms are 99.9% protective. Or it ain't always. Some things can get past that. Like, for instance, if it breaks, that's one thing. And herpes. Certain herpes. And maybe some other sexually transmitted diseases I don't know about. But I know for a fact that herpes, I mean, who didn't take sex ed? That was something some of my friends' neighbors was like, what? Like, no, she mustn't wear a condom. Or I've heard certain even YouTubers like, oh, bitch, she mustn't wear a condom. No, if the woman had an outbreak that he fucked with before, or whatever, you gonna catch it. There's a chance that you will catch it because it's blistering, it's pussing, so the condom can't protect you from that. Besides, I just want to side note. So please, if you find somebody have herpes and they have an outbreak, don't fuck with them because you don't at least don't have sex. I ain't saying I ain't gonna be victim shaming or herpes shaming. I don't believe in that. Sexual transmitted shaming, but just be safe. Understand that if herpes are not protected by condoms, pretty much. They're just not. So that's one of the sexual transmitted diseases that you still can get if you have one condom. Anyway, so she, got the blisters and stuff. So then she went to the doctor, found out, she had herpes, and she questioned Usher. That green stuff that was coming out of his penis, Usher had got checked, previously, and it turns out he did have herpes. So now the woman had sued him for $1.1 million. Now, I guess Usher must have didn't learn his lesson, or either he was fucking between 06 and 2011 and, unprotected or whatever. Because now he become recently, since this case case have come to light, because it's an old case, another woman came out saying she thinks she had sex with Usher and he did not disclose that he had a sexually transmitted disease. And that's another thing, guys. Side note. If you do have sexually transmitted disease, you have to tell the person that you're sleeping with that you have it. If you don't, and you know you have it, that you can get in trouble for that. You literally can go to jail for that. Anyway, so he had sex with her. The woman now, since this case came out, like I said, when they got tested, she has herpes now. Wow. So now she has bumped her case up to $20 million to sue Usher. And I guess supposedly Black China, I think it's Black China's lawyer that I heard that actually women are reaching out to be represented by. There's numerous women that he had sex with allegedly and gave them herpes, or they had contact with herpes, or were exposed to herpes. So it's just fucked up.
Very sloppy Usher.
Very much so, and I love Usher. Usher will always be music. Yeah, always. He will always be somebody that I feel like can sing. He's an entertainer. It's time. I've been lately. I feel like okay, hang it up. You little, you're getting older, but he always somebody that I wouldn't mind seeing dance and sing. But to be so irresponsible, and you're Usher, and you're a millionaire, he's at the point where he's probably like wealthy. I'm sure he's probably like worth probably at least $100 million, or very, very close to $100 million by now. Stop! Like, what the fuck? Why would you even do that? Why would you even endanger your livelihood and your children's livelihood to even do that? Like, that is ridiculous. Like, buddy. So now Usher is in a heap of mess. He hasn't came out and said anything. I don't even think his lawyers haven't even said anything. His representatives, nobody. Publicists have all stayed quiet. So, I mean, must be some truth to it. And pretty much all I can say is, like I said, I don't condone anybody medical records being exposed, but you got to be a little more careful. And whoever did that lawsuit, whoever made them documents, they should have made sure that the disclosure was going to be locked, sealed after the settlement, because there's no reason why this should have came out. Like, there's no way. I mean, we're here in 2017, and this shit happened in 2011, and now we find out about it 6 years later. Like, that's crazy. That's a mess. So whoever did that, maybe they didn't have the paperwork written up right, and he needs to figure that shit out. I don't know. That's sad as fuck. I'm sorry, so let's keep talking.
No, I don't have anything to say at all.
It's just sad.
Oh my God,
it's so sad. It's just, I don't know what else to do or to say about it.
I would just think, I guess, like, it don't matter how much money you got, it just does not buy common sense or, like, intelligence.
No, I think it seems like it fades even more when you get more money. Clearly.
I don't have to have intelligence or be smart about shit. Because I have money, like that's just dumb.
It's just dumb.
So
dumb. And I realized that some of these hoes or women clearly don't even give a fuck. Some of them probably.
So he really needs to be getting tested every 6 months because he could have AIDS.
He could have anything. Because I mean, like I said, it could not necessarily mean he went raw. He could have used a condom. But if you have an outbreak, bro, you ain't supposed to be sleeping with nobody. They do break, but you ain't supposed to be like that's not. That ain't the way it works. But. Prayers up to Usher, I guess. I don't know. That's some cold shit. Cold shit. But we're speaking of common sense when it comes down to people that get a little money and how they lose it. I want to talk about this fucking Michael Vick situation. And
what is the situation?
So, and Kaepernick. So, oh yes, this didn't know, but it's past. He since apologized, but I'm still gonna dig in that ass because I just feel like that's out of pocket. So, Michael Vick went on. You know who Michael Vick is? The one with the dog that had the dog situation. Yeah. So we know how they ran him through the ringer about it.
Right. And that's why I feel like already what
you got to say? Right.
Story, like you should be sympathetic to Kaepernick.
Exactly.
Just because he's standing for you, pretty
much.
What
you dealt with.
Because
in so many ways,
it's people who got lighter sentences for actual crimes against human beings.
Yes.
So I don't understand how you come at that Kaepernick about anything. That's what I'm assuming you're about to talk about.
So Michael Vick was on. He's a anchor or whatever they call him. The guys after the show, commentator.
Oh, he don't play for the league anymore.
Oh no, he's been done.
Oh.
But he's a commentator.
All the more.
Even more why he shut his ass up. So, we all know that Kaepernick has been blackballed. We talked about that before in one of our videos.
Speaking of that, I'm sorry to cut you off one more time.
No, it's okay.
They're planning to boycott the NFL next season because of what they're doing to Kaepernick.
That'll be the bomb.
And it's very intelligent. Leave their asses alone.
I mean, because they need us. Let's be 110. Every sport needs us. Let's be 110.
Let's make it to where only white people are watching this shit.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
That's just white people first.
Yeah, they'll watch it, but that ain't enough for them to keep it moving, not to bring in millions like it does now. But so Michael Vick asked what's on you know, his little anchor job, the white man. You know, but I've seen him do some of the commentating, which I couldn't figure out the name of it. And literally, he was like down to earth, kind of being, you know, black. But he said, you know, they kind of brought up Kaepernick and how he can't find a job. Now, mind you, Kaepernick used to be praised by everybody at one point. And after, you know, he started kneeling and stuff, that's when it all kind of crashed down. I mean, granted, his game was off, but like I said before, usually they're human. So if they're going through some of their life, their game probably be off. That goes for any entertainer. They're human. That's just the way it works. The only people that I know that can do that shit through pain is Mary J. Blige and Keisha Cole. When they're hurting, they usually can bring out some beautiful work. But for most of the time, it doesn't work like that for most entertainers. So he had the nerve to tell Kaepernick, oh, he needs to cut his hair so he can get a job. clean up his image. Nigga, how dare you? How dare you say something about that? First of all,
did Michael Vick have locks?
That point, he had braids. He had them
same
big
difference.
braids.
You know how they discriminate against our hair? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Coon.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm disgusted.
Disgusted. And that's what I said. You know, there's one thing to say something behind private doors. Like, I understand maybe he wanted to have a, like, hey, bro, maybe you should consider this. But you don't do it on live television.
No, I'm sure he got connects where he could get phone numbers.
Exactly. You can
in private.
Yes. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to, you know, help your brother out because that's probably what he was trying to convey, you know, but you don't do that in front of company. And most more than so, the fact that the NFL is blackballing him, you don't do it on no fucking NFL platform. Like, bruh, you literally are sitting here talking, pretty much you might as well be talking to a bunch of white people out there. And they're like, yeah, boy, speak that truth. You know, you don't do that shit. You make sure that, you know, table talk stay at the table.
A house nigga now.
That's all. Uncle Ruckus ass nigga. So, that's all I'm gonna say. Fuck you, Michael Vick. I know you apologize since you said it, but I still don't accept the apology, and I hope Kaepernick doesn't because that's whack as fuck. You don't do that shit, especially not the road that you've been down. When I'm sure us black people still had your back, so you should still have his back. You know that you are black. You know, so let's move on from that shit. So you had a topic you wanted to talk about.
Well, everything is very industry related, obviously, but this industry is the music industry, and Brandy and TC. Yeah, you still have to deliver this story because I just know bits and pieces.
I'll say what I saw on the Shade Room. So I guess Brandy, and everybody know I love Brandy. I love Brandy. I think Brandy has a great voice. I guess supposedly her and TC got into some type of texting issue to where she texted him and said where she heard, you know, through the industry, just all type of like bullshit. And so TC fired back, but the way he fired back was through social media, and it pretty much was like this whole, you know, back and